Hello, welcome back, guys. This is the Forex Crypto Hub. Welcome to the weekly market forecast. We are going to check on market analysis for 23rd to 27th. So, first we are going to start with let's start with the sentiment analysis. As you all know that we normally do three types of analysis. So let's start with the sentiment analysis, where we are going to check on sentiments and see what the sentiments are trying to tell us here. So we go to our go to my FX book, and then go to community. Then under community we go to sentiments, so that we see what are some of the statistics in the market with other traders. See some percentages for those who are on buys, for those who are on sells. Yeah, so now when you come to Euro USD, you can see 67% is on shorts, that is on sells, 33% is on buys. Okay. GBP USD 56% on buys, sorry, on sells, 44% on sells. GBP JPY, you can see that 1% is on longs, 69% it's on sells. Let's go to gold. Let's go to gold. XAU USD 80 is. You can see 44% are on sells, 56% are on buys, right? And you can see 19% traders are currently trading XAU USD. So based on our statistics, you can see, as I've been telling you guys, always try as much as possible to be among the few that is now you are trading with the smart money people, the banks, the hedge funds, and those large institutions. So when you see where we have these large percentages, the large percentages mostly are now where we have the retailers. So once you just cross check on the sentiments, if you have enough time, you can be going through what we call the COT report, or commitment of traders report, that comes on Tuesday. You can be going through it and continue combining it with a few data from here on my FX book. And yeah, so let's just get to fundamental analysis, that is now about the news, right? Fundamental analysis, that is about news. So you go to you go to Forex Factory, check on the calendar section. So that is tomorrow now. The news with the red, that indicates that it's high impact news. You can see today the president, that is Donald Trump, was giving a speech. So tomorrow we expect a gap in the market. And also don't forget that yesterday night the US launched some attacks on Iran. So the gaps you're going to expect in the market is going to be a large gap, but the market open will prove us that. But so if you combine the yesterday's attack on Iran and also the president's speech today, that gives more weight into the market. So we might find gold flying. Yeah, so okay, that is it. Tomorrow, that is on Monday. On Monday tomorrow, the important news are going to be on the euro. And when we talk of about the flash manufacturing, PMI stands for Purchasing Manager Index. No, manufacturing. This is now in the manufacturing or production sector. That is now in industries. So when the outcomes comes above 50, that shows there is expansion. So if there is expansion, that shows there is growth, and a reading below 50, that shows contraction, or things are not going on well. So on that, I'm not going to give comments on that. That is on the euro, because now remember I told you why, what, or how did we get the euro. You can see we have French, we have Germany. So euro has a lot. Euro has a lot of countries in each. For the pound, you can see we are going to have for the pound as well, both the flash manufacturing PMI and also the service PMI, right? On that, we'll just wait and see the outcomes. We as well going to have the one on the US that will be at 4:45 p.m. And previous for the flash manufacturing, it was at 52.0%. This time now they are expecting a drop, and basing our argument on what is currently happening in the US economy, uh, we might have a reading that is above the forecast. But let's wait and see what comes. Let's wait and see the outcome. So on that, I'll not be trading the news. So just let it be. On Tuesday, we are going to have CPI, that is Consumer Price Index on Canada. CPI, Consumer Price Index, that is now inflation on the consumer side. So if you trade Canadian pairs, watch out. We are going to have a speech from Bailey, that is now the governor to the Bank of England. That will be on Tuesday at 5 p.m. For the speeches, I've always been telling you, just listen to them and get what these people are trying to say, because they give you an hint of what they are planning to do in the coming bank statements. We are going to have we are going to have a CPI on AUD year over year. That I'm not going to give more comments. This guy, Fed Chair Powell is going to be giving a speech that will be on Wednesday at 5 p.m. For speeches, don't tread them. Again, Bailey will be giving a speech that is now on Thursday. In the US, you're going to have the final GDP, that is quarter to quarter. Remember, we normally have the quarters. We have the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. A quarter goes for yeah. So on that final GDP is the gross domestic product. You can see we had a previous reading that was negative 0.2. Expectation this time is also a negative 0.2, but according to me, and basing on how I've seen the US economy performing, I can expect a GDP which is above negative 0.2. So I'll be expecting a positive dollar index during that reading. That will be on Thursday at 3:30 p.m. At the same time, we are going to have what we call the unemployment claims, that is the weekly unemployment claims. These are people now filing that we need the government to support us in maybe paying rent, paying our insurances, because we have lost our jobs or we don't have jobs. These are not the new, the people who are new, who have not been in the system. So the previous reading was at 245k. Statistics here, that is now the forecast, they are expecting an increase to 247, but as for me, I'll expect a decrease. So I'll be expecting an actual less than forecast, meaning I still be expecting a dollar index that is now bullish. With that being said, we go to Friday. On Friday, we are going to have the GDP month of a month, that is in Canada. Uh, okay. Then at the same time, that is 3:30 p.m., we are going to have the core personal consumption expenditure. PCE stands for personal consumption expenditure, month of a month, that is in the US. Now, on this, I can expect an increase, an actual greater than focus. Yeah, so that is it. That is it on the economic calendar, guys. That's it on the economic calendar. You um, should go through it and see. Go through it and see how things are. So now let's check on the let's check on what? Let's check on the technicals, and then we call it a day. So first we start with the dollar index, which is now the DXY. We first start with the dollar index. First start with the dollar index. Let's start with let's start with the monthly time frame. Let's start with this monthly time frame. Let's start with monthly time frame. Right. So let me clear so that we may do a fresh analysis on this. So this is monthly time frame, and if you can see the previous months back to back, the market has been very bearish. The market has been selling like crazy. And now it happened that the market dropped and respected, we had that imbalance over there. The market respected the imbalance, as you can see. We had this imbalance over here. The market came to this. It had already respected it, then bought to 101.5 around there, and then it came back again to that level, and after dropping a little bit, you can see now the market is now pulling back. We still have around, let's say, roughly 10 days to go before the month ends. So you can see the market has already taken out the low of last month. That is one thing you should know. The low of last month has already been taken out, and also the low for the last month but one. So the market has taken out two previous months loss, and it has given us a new low. And you can see currently the market is now pulling back. So if now the pullback happens to be a strong one, we can expect the market to come back to this imbalance. If the pullback is going to be a strong one, we can expect the market to come to this. But now, checking on what is happening fundamentally and the US involvement in this ongoing conflict between not Russia, but Israel and Iran, we might see further drop on the dollar index. But before then, we can expect the market to first give some buys. So if the market is to continue selling, we can have a point of interest around this level. You can just have around a point of interest over there. If you are to change the chart to a line graph, you will see that we have the level of marks happens to be a strong support zone, because if I can extend this, if I will extend this one, you will see we will have several touches. We will have 1 2 3 4 5 6, so we can expect the market to give us a possible 7th touch here before we go up. So now also with the line graph, you can see that you can see the market was very impassive over here, then it's currently in this consolidation. So we can expect the market to possibly come to this zone, that is at 96, between 96 to 95, and then from there we can look for long buys. because with that the market will have now given us a very nice bullish flag. The market will have given us a very nice bullish flag, so let's just be patient with it. Let's be patient with it. As you can see here, right? I hope you can clearly see that. So let me take back the chart to candlesticks. So in case the market now drops further, we will have our eyes on this area. This happens now to be our point of interest, right? So we can possibly have something like this. The market comes back. If if the buys are going to be strong, we can come back to that point and then drop to here. Then we can now look for long buys. If it's not going to be that strong on the lower time frames, you are going to see the possible reversal areas. You can see the possible reversal areas on the lower time frames. You will see that. So let's drop further. Remember, we normally do what we call top down analysis. We start our analysis from higher time frames coming to lower time frames. So that is a monthly time frame. That is monthly time frame. Let's see what's there on the weekly time frame for us, comrades. Let's see what's there for us in the weekly time frame. Now coming to weekly time frame, by just looking, you can see the market seems to be doing something very interesting. Already someone can term this one as an head and shoulders, which is still very much okay. And also now currently what the market is doing over here, as I've just said, you can the market has a possibility of coming here before we drop and then go up. Also now, if you're going to pay much attention or focus on what has been happening with the candlesticks, you can see the market has been doing what? Has been giving what? A series of what? Higher lows, meaning we are still in a downtrend over here. But now with the candlestick for last week, with last week's candlestick which closed bullish, there's now high probability that we can see the market come up to this area here where we have an order block, and then from there is now when we can drop massively. So this one happens to be a key point of interest that is now on the weekly time frame, right? So we will be watching on that. And also if you check here, we have the previous 2 weeks, the highs. When we check on those highs, that is sell side liquidity over there. So as I've just said, there's high probability this coming week we can see there's high chances that we are going to see the dollar index go up to this max level here, and then we can drop from there. Let's drop to daily and see. Let's come to daily time frame and see what the market got for us. So coming to daily time frame, you can see clearly that we had this channel. This is what we had initially. Now the market did what? The market broke out of that resistance trend line. Market broke out. The market broke out and then did what? Market broke out and did a retest. So this is how it is. Look here, with that drop, market broke out here, then it came to this area for retest. So there is high probability now that we are going to have this inverse head and shoulders, which can push the market to this zone. You can clearly see this is a very strong supply zone even on the daily time frame, right? So that is scenario one of what can possibly happen. Again, we still have an imbalance over here. We still have an imbalance over here. We still have an imbalance and another block as well. We have an imbalance and another block. And now, based on our argument with what happened yesterday, tomorrow we might get the market here, because now US involvement in the war is not good news for the dollar actually, you see. So tomorrow there is high probability of seeing this kind of a thing, that is between tomorrow and Tuesday, but high probability is tomorrow on the market open, right? So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how things are. Let's see on the H4. Let's see what H4 got. So also, if you check on the H4, you can see that about the inverted head and shoulders. You can see that possible. We say it's possible. It has not already been formed, but there's a possibility. Market gave a double bottom here, then went up. Currently, the market is consolidating over here. Also, that is a possible inverse head and shoulders, which is very clear to everyone, right? Yeah, so let's wait and see how the market opens, and then from there we can take our longs or shorts. That's my take or my expectation on the DXY. We have this imbalance. We have this imbalance over here, so I'll expect the market to come to this zone. Yeah. Let me just check on the 1 hour time frame if there's anything much on the 1 hour time frame. And actually checking on the 1 hour time frame, you can see also the market is giving a very clear head and shoulders pattern. Here's the head and shoulders, so I can use it to mark so that some of you will see it clearly. We have the left shoulder, we have the head, and now coming here we have now the right shoulder. So there is high probability now we'll see the market coming or playing out as I have just anticipated. So let's be patient with it. Let's be patient with it and see. Right, so that's my take on the dollar index. Let's move to GBP USD. GBP USD. And so remember, if we are expecting this DXY to sell, we expect GBP USD to buy. They have to go in the opposite direction. So if you remember well, I shared this analysis some few weeks ago. And you can clearly see how things are. You can clearly see how the market is playing. The market just after that, and it has dropped already. It has dropped some few pips. It has dropped some few pips. It has dropped some few pips. 250, let's say 257 pips. Yeah, 257 pips, not bad. So let's start a fresh analysis. And see what we expect. Let's see what we expect. Different markets have different approaches. Markets have different approaches, so don't be surprised if you see I'm using this. Yeah. Now coming out to this is monthly time frame, right? Last month this is where we had the low, that is on GBP USD. We had the low here, and we had the high here. And now checking on what is happening, the market has already taken out the high and has given us a new high. The market has taken out the high of last month and it has given us a new high. And now below the low of last month we have an imbalance, so we can have the imbalance as now a point of interest, because now this market can decide I'll drop massively and come and fill this imbalance and then continue buying. Anything is very much possible with this market. Anything is very much possible. So now I don't see anything much on this monthly time frame. Maybe I mark this that one. Maybe I mark that one is a very strong level. It's a strong zone. It's a strong zone. If you change your chart to line graph, you'll see that clearly. So I'll have that one marked. So there's nothing much as for me. So now coming to weekly time frame. Something very interesting. You can see, as for last week, the market did not take out the previous week's high, but it took out the low. And taking out the low, it's a confirmation that we are coming down. So now this market has a possibility of doing what? Of either coming to this and then go up, or now the market to just keep going up. Why? You can see the market was almost at the imbalance, and it started pulling back, and also as we have learned that something happened yesterday, and that if the US is involved there and their currency weakens, the pound is going to gain because they are not involved in the war. So this might be what market will be doing tomorrow. So this is weekly time frame. Let's see on daily time frame. Now coming to daily time frame, first you will see the market tried to form this kind of double top, which is a self confirmation signal, right? And then after coming back to this support, it is a support, it's a retest. After breakout, market retested here, so we have high chances now we are going up. First to do what? First to collect this what? Sell side, sorry, this buy side liquidity over here, right? And then if we are to do so, what is our next point of interest? The next point of interest is now between 1.3800 to 1.44,000. That is for GBP USD. And on the other hand, we have seen there is high probability that we will have what? We will have some long sales on the DXY. First, if the DXY is to begin selling, this market is to come up, clear out this liquidity first, that can happen, and then drop to our area of interest as the dollar index will be doing its thing on the other hand, then come here, and then we can do what? We can drop massively when the dollar index will be buying like crazy as well, as we have just seen. That is daily time frame. So on the H4, let's see. Let's see on the 4-hour time frame. So now on the 4-hour time frame, if you check where you see the market has been trending inside this. The market was trending inside this, then market broke out. We had this impulsive breakout, and then we had a retest now, and the market is dropping. And currently where the market is at, we have something that is very important, which is now an order block. So that is what I'll be now watching. And it's very, very important, because if you open your eyes well, you will see the market is now giving what? An inverted head and shoulders, and inverse head and shoulders. That is on the 4-hour time frame. Let me try and show you. I hope you can clearly see the possible inverse head and shoulders on this. That is it, the possible inverse head and shoulders. So we have to keep our eyes open on this zone. Let's see whether maybe slightly below the zone we have an imbalance on the 1 hour time frame or what's up. Now, coming to 1 hour, what's there? It's an imbalance that is within the zone. So this can be a good point of interest. That's a good point of interest. So yeah, let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see what happens. The market open is going to determine, because now when the US decided to do the attack, the market might have first dropped and then gained the up momentum. We don't know because the market is closed. So that's why I earlier said we expect the market to open with gaps. After now the market opens is now when we will see what has happened, and now we can start looking for for possible entry levels and positions ourselves in the trade. And if maybe the market can decide to drop further, this can be the last point. This can be the last point we can look for an entry at this one. So that is it for me on the GBP USD. That is it for me on GBP USD. Let's conclude with gold. Let's conclude with gold. Let's check on XAU USD and conclude. This is gold or XAU USD. XAU USD. Gold. The previous mero. The previous mero. The previous mero. The previous mirror. Right, so for those who have been following on gold, last week, I don't know, was it on Wednesday or when, I posted on this gold. I made this post. I posted, I don't know, was it not? I guess I used the Wanda for that. I guess I used the Wanda for that. Let me confirm. Which one did I use to do the analysis? But I shared that. I shared that. I had expected the market to drop to a certain level, of which it reversed near that point of interest. So let's just do a fresh analysis and see. Let's do our fresh analysis and see what it's possibly going to happen. Let's see what is possibly going to happen. I'll do a fresh analysis, right? So I am going to clear everything, and we will start our analysis on the monthly time frame, because on the monthly time frame we have a few things which are catching my eyes. That is not the previous 2 months candlesticks, and also the current market the current month's candlestick. First, I'll mark the high of last month. You can see already the market has taken out the high of last month. I can as well mark the low of last month, which is at 3120, around that level. Now, and then I will as well mark the highest level the market that is on gold has ever went. That was 34.95. It's okay. So that is it on the monthly time frame. That is it on the monthly time frame. Let's drop to weekly time frame and see what we have as points of interest, or what's there. Weekly time frame, weekly time frame. Checking on the weekly time frame. This is taking too long. Why is it taking too long? So for that, allow me to end this one here. I'm going to do an analysis only for gold, and then I'll share it right after this video. So kindly, if you are going to watch this first video, make sure you check on the one that is going to be about gold, gold analysis alone. Yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and also share with your friends. See you next time. Bye bye.